Alright, in this review, we're going to talk about Justice League Snyder's Cut that came out recently on HBO Max. I have just seen it. It's about 4 hours long and it's really, really good. It's better than the original Justice League, which I actually liked. I think I gave the original or the first Justice League movie 7 out of 10 or something, or 6 out of 10. It wasn't worse than that. Though I know that many people hated it for the graphics and the story and whatnot. This Snyder Cut version is much longer. It has much more details concerning some of the superheroes, like Flash and or especially Aquaman and this cyborg. Kind of embarrassing, but I don't really remember his nickname. But the cyborg superhero, at least. Yeah. And then you have a normal dose of Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, which the original Justice League had. But they also improved on the graphics in this movie, and they added many scenes that were not in the original video. There's also some cool ending stuff that goes on after the... For those of you that have seen the Justice League movie, I'll just say it again, or say it, that after the bad guy is defeated, there is some indication that the movie will continue, and I mean, not the movie, but the story of Justice League is not over by any means. So really cool to see what happens after the original ending of the movie, yes. And I want to applaud the maker of this remake, if you can call it that, for having a much more serious tone than the first Justice League had. This movie is not to be taken lightheartedly, because it hardly has any humoristic stuff in it. There's only a few sequences with Flash, which actually fits in a bit, though. But overall, the movie is much more serious and darker. It's a darker and more grey movie. So if you're a fan of colors, you might get disappointed. But if you liked the movies Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, this movie certainly goes in the same direction. And... yeah, well, for me it works, though I would prefer to see a bit more colors. There can be a lot of gray tones here, so they could have had more colors, of course. But I still think this movie is really good, and I really, really enjoyed it. So with that said, we're not going to finish yet. Because I, of course, have to say something about the action sequences, which were really cool and improved from the original movie. They changed up a bit some of the fighting sequences against this bad guy. And also, even though I'm not so good with names and can't right now remember the name of the main bad guy here, there is more into him now and more... there is more plot development and character development, maybe. Or let's say that the bad guy, he was bad from the start, but still, you get to see more of him, and also some other bad guys, actually, which is really cool. They're building up a better universe here than they did in the previous one, which makes it all really exciting. And I think all of the actors do a nice job. I got nothing special to say about the acting. It's cool, yeah. And the action is really cool, and everything is cool about it. So go superheroes! I'll give Justice League Snyder's Cut a strong 8 of 10. In order for this movie to get an even higher grade, it must have had maybe a bit more surprising elements and Well, as mentioned, I missed some color, and I can kind of understand that even though this seriousness and drawn out movie works for me, I can still understand people that are missing some variation and a kind of more, variated atmosphere during the movie, which could have made it even more enjoyable. I can kind of relate to that a bit. So if they manage to make Justice League kind of, it doesn't have to be, like comedy or stuff like that, but it could have had more fast-paced conversations. It could have a bit more surprising elements and a bit more, down-to-earth fighting. That sounds maybe stupid since it's a supernatural movie, but there could have been, I'm gonna stop there. 8 of 10.